If you have a Bible, you might open to Luke chapter 12. And if you'll pull out your message notes, we're continuing this series on the life you were meant to live. Now, God has never created anything without a purpose. And the fact that you're alive means that He made you for His purpose. And the greatest thrill and the greatest adventure in life is actually being used of God to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. If you've ever felt the feeling of being used by God, you know that absolutely nothing else in the universe feels like that. The thrill of saying, this is what I was made to do. This is what I'm wired to do. And you feel God's presence, and you feel His glory, and you feel His smile in your life. The neat thing about when God uses you for His purposes is that He blesses you at the same time. But God only uses you if you're usable. God only uses you if you're willing to be used. God only uses you if you are prepared to be used. As your pastor, I want to help you experience the life you were meant to live. And this weekend, I want us to look at the idea of how do you get ready to be used by God? How do you get prepared to be used by God? Because in the Bible, anytime God wanted to use somebody, He had them get ready first. He had them prepare first. A good example of this is Joshua leading the children of Israel into the promised land. Moses had died. The Bible tells us in Joshua chapter 1, verse 2, Moses, my servant, is dead, and now you and all these people get ready. There's that phrase, get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I'm about to give them. For 400 years, God had been promising, this is going to be really cool. You're going to love this. It's a promised land. It's everything you've ever wanted. And now they're just ready to go in. He says, you got to get ready. You've got to prepare. Now, this theme of being prepared so God can use you, so God can bless you, is all through the Bible. Jesus tells a number of stories about it. One of them is in Luke chapter 12, where He talks about the importance of being ready for when He comes back. And in verse 35 of Luke 12, He says this, be dressed for service and well prepared. Okay? Be dressed for service and well prepared, as though you were waiting for your master to return from a wedding feast. Then you will be ready to open the door and let Him in the moment He arrives and knocks. When opportunity knocks is one thing, but when God knocks, that's an even better thing. You'll be ready to open the door and let Him in the moment He arrives and knocks. There will be special favor for those who are ready and waiting for His return. Now in this passage, He says three things. Be dressed for service, be well prepared, and be ready. He just says it three different ways. How do I do that? How do I get ready for the blessing of God in my life? How do I get ready to be all that I was meant to be? How do I get ready to experience the power of God and be used by God in ways I've never imagined before?